And from what I understand, you've
never done a split jerk before, so this is going to be interesting. I've never done a split jerk before. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I'm looking forward to moving. This is my workout for today. I did not work out today because I thought I might want to move tomorrow. So here it is.
So that'll be harmless. And then depending on how much time we have left and if you're up for it, we could do a little bit of it's
like an EMOM or like an AMRAP or something.
So in CrossFit, there's benchmark workouts.
Okay.
And so what that is periodically you go back and revisit a workout that you've already done.
Okay.
And you'll keep track of your rounds and reps and times. And so this one was just real basic that anyone can do anywhere.
Okay.
You can do it in a playground even. So it's 5 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, and 15 air squats.
Okay.
And I have these 2 rings that are right here. And this one's a little taller, but I can put I can barely reach this one, but we can put little props together.
I think I can get up there.
And there's lots of ways to modify. I could even show you ways to modify pull-ups for people that can't do pull-ups. But
definitely.
We'll wing it when we get
there. And this won't be the last time that Heidi and I do something. We're just testing this out. This was super impromptu. We had no intentions to go live. You know, it was like a super quick decision to do it. That's kind of how I like to roll. So I guess we're gonna start with our warm up.
We'll do 3 rounds of an air squat. What an air squat is just, it doesn't mean that we get air. A lot of people ask like a squat with air. That's So your feet are hip distance, shoulder distance apart, and what we want is our butts to go backwards, and then we're gonna go down past the point of our knee crease. Just come down and up, and you want to be able to come up all the way so you can squeeze your butt together and down. So I'm not counting. I'm gonna do last strap.
That's 5. Oh, I'm counting.
Good.
7.
10. Okay, and then we can warm up the shoulders and our posterior chain. Okay, you can come down and do 5 push-ups or down dogs.
So 2 down ones.
So this and then back. Get those shoulders back.
How many of these are we doing?
5.
5.
So that's 4. And then we can go back into those. Okay. Too bad my kids took the speaker out of here. Right, no,
10. That's
okay.
10. And then push up. All right, one more. So cardio is my nemesis. I could have lost count in talking. I cannot count and speak at the same time. So, not at all. So, 4. Already tired.
Yeah, come on.
I'm already tired. What's going on, Rose? What's going on?
So I'll shed a layer. This will work for me.
Definitely.
Okay, so I'll share with you my favorite.
Okay. Your favorite thing to torture people with?
This is the active mobility. So we get the blood flowing, muscles warmed up, the heart rate going, the mind connected.
Oh,
and
yes.
then we got to work on those tendons and joints to get them going too. So
Okay.
the active mobility is different from the static mobility. You want the active to just keep moving.
Exactly.
Yes. So
Increase blood flow, right?
So I like to just sit in that deep squat, keeping your back. I like to put my elbows inside of my knees, and then just kind of rotate back and forth. And it gets the ankles, maybe some cracks on the ankles.
Now for me, My hips are, they are my, whoop. Oh, I almost went over.
And then I like to add a little
I'm
bit
not very mobile. Thoracic.
spine swell.
Thoracic.
And
Oh.
get some cracks out of my.
Thoracic rotation. I'm not very mobile, y'all. I'm working on this. Okay, I am.
I do this every day with classes that I coach, so it's the benefit of doing that.
I was much better
Straight up and get
when I
the
was-
there too.
I definitely was much better when I was teaching.
Yeah, I just like to kind of rotate back. Not kind of, I just do. Stand up, yep, and reach over, and just keep it moving. So that gets the hips, and then another one I like to do is child pose to cobra.
To a cobra. Oh, I
Yes.
like this.
So I like to put my knees out and the tips of my toes in, my butt sits down on my heels, arms come forward like someone's pulling me back. That feels good, and then I can rotate my shoulders back and forth.
Yeah. I usually get a little crack out of that left one. My left one likes to.
And then you can walk it over to one side. And over to the other side. And then I like to bring this forward, so I bring my hips right down onto the ground and then push up. And try to keep those hips down and then push your shoulders down and back. If you take a nice big deep breath, you get a nice stretch in the core. And then from here, I just go back and forth. From here, and forward. Just getting that spine and hips ready.
Oh, that feels so good. I'm like, that feels so good.
And then there's another one I like to show you, which is called Spider-Man. So, all right, I add a few in here, so I get that deep lunge, and knee comes right down. I try not to have my knee over my toes there. And then if you can, take your elbow onto the inside,
Oh,
bring it right on down.
oh yeah.
If you can't do that, just keep trying it, and it'll get there eventually. And then from here, I like to open up again that thoracic spine. Get a good crack every now and then there. And then from here, back, and get the hamstring.
Oh, yeah. I thought for getting this far, okay? Because I couldn't do this like a few months ago.
And it's also good for that hip flexor.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
It opens up the hips.
That's us. Oh. Like that feels amazing.
Cool.
Actually, I'm gonna have to add that into my repertoire. I don't really have a repertoire. I can't even say the word.
It really depends on what the workout is too, and what you want to stretch out. But I was gonna put it all work today, so I'll get all the stretching in there, and then you can sit it back and get the hamstring too. Oh, and I was gonna show too people with their shoulders something good that people can do at home. I only have one PVC pipe, so we can share.
All
I
right.
have more, but they're super long. Yes.
My hips are really tight, y'all. My hips are super tight.
So PVC pipes or a broom handle or
Oh,
anything.
yes, I do
those
these, yeah.
shoulders.
I love shoulder rotations. I'm always doing shoulder rotations for. A test of good mobility is how close
Oh, yeah.
you can keep them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go through.
Nope. Oh, ooh, that's not bad. Ooh.
There.
Oh man. Okay.
We use a lot of PVC pipes.
I don't think this workout counts because I forgot to start my watch, guys. Hopefully. Serious picking. And she's realizing that I'm out of breath and I'm probably working out.
looks really good. Yep. Yeah, that stretch this in here. That up. You know, speaking, I used to do cancer survivors, a group fitness class. It was called Live Strong.
Yes, at the Y, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
12-week group, twice a week of cancer. Anyone that has been diagnosed with a cancer is a survivor.
Yeah.
That's been diagnosed. So I've worked with so many people with all lots of cancer, but one thing that just came to mind when I was using that PVC pipe is people that have had
Mastectomies.
Yes, from breast cancer. They're just all, everything
Pulled in.
is pulled in.
Absolutely.
And they're just, not only just physically, but mentally, they're all defeated.
Yes.
And they all walk in like this. And even today with cell phones.
Yes, everybody has, it's a forward head posture,
So these things are tremendous to open up.
I talk about that all the time, you know, that's something that I see a ton in my practice is people with forward head posture. I say it all the time on here. We're always doing things that are out in front of us. Our hands are out in front of us. You know, when we're driving, we're texting, you know, we're typing, and we're just slouching. We just have poor posture. And so it's important to like open those pecs up, you know, because it starts pulling you in, and then what starts happening? These muscles are getting shortened, other muscles are being over lengthened. It changes just the way that our bodies are supposed to operate, which is why we're all walking around aching. Neck is being pulled down. It's a whole host of issues. So
Yes.
all right.
Okay, you ready for the barbell?
So I am. I'm ready. I'm excited to get under the
I'm
barbell.
going to try to get these out from here because those are my barbells.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, because you guys have
We have the
in CrossFit
men's
you do men's and women's barbells,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So
That is one difference I will say.
Okay, here comes one, and I'll hand it to you. Take that one.
That is difference I will say with barbells are what, 35 pounds?
35 pounds. Yeah, and the grip is a little narrower.
Okay.
Yeah, the men's bars are a little.
They're a true bar. That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then those are 45 pounds too.
Yeah, so that's just a standard Texas bar.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So. But
So a deadlift bar for powerlifting actually has is thin like the women's bars for CrossFit, but they're longer. Yeah. And they have a little more. They have more width. Not stiff bars. They have more. So it just is better for your back. It is. It lets you pull yourself into pack your lats because you lack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's very cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right.
So I have one. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, so that holding on to the bar the whole time, is gonna have us do 4 deadlifts into 3 hang power cleans, 2 front squats, 1 push press, and then 1 split jerk.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna face this way just so that I can lose track.
I can turn a little this way ish.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe this way, right?
There we go. All right. So the 4 deadlifts.
Okay, so I'm a narrow squat. I'm a narrow deadlifter. So this will be interesting. Okay.
So, but that's okay because we'll spread our feet out for the front squats. But so we come down to the mid shin. So we're gonna do 4 deadlifts. 1, 2, and 4, and then to the 3 hang power cleans. So the hang power clean is anywhere from here down to here, like the high hang. Just pop it up to here, and then bring it back down. Good. Nice.
I'm like, I started to think about it.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing it.
Yeah. So I did that dip in the top of the hips. There you go. And then 2 front squats. So that your feet come out a little bit wider. Shoulder width, face first, hips back, just like those air squats we did in the there you go. 1 and 2, and then
2. Oh, descending,
2.
descending. Okay.
So 2, then 1 push press. So we'll bring our feet back together. Yeah, so you get that little dip, push.
Okay.
1 push press, let's say, and 1 jerk.
Okay.
So the jerk, I have split jerk there. So you know that the jerk is that dip, and then the drop underneath.
Something along the lines of that.
So
A little farther out.
you want your feet, and whichever one goes first. And
Okay.
you don't have to think about it. But what you're gonna do is pop it up.
Okay.
You're gonna land on that front foot. The back one is gonna be up on the toe. Yeah, so bring up your back.
Okay. Front.
Then the front comes back, and the back goes front. And then you go back. Yeah. So there you go. So you're gonna do the dip. You can actually do it without the barbell. Should have to do that before. There you go. So the front foot, so when you're here.
Yeah.
And so you want that barbell to be right over the
Okay.
middle. Then you're gonna
Bring
bring
the front foot back.
up. So you're gonna, all the weights here, you're just push it halfway back.
Okay.
Then take this one, bring it into the middle.
Okay.
So that completes the.
It's a lot of movements, y'all. It's a lot. All right.
There you go. Then the front back. Halfway, yeah. And there you go. And then bring it down. That's. All right. There you go. And remember that you're not on a balance beam. So you don't want to go like this. on the
Yeah.
balance beam. You want your feet All right. Great. Railroad tracks.
All
Tracks.
right.
Railroad tracks. That was nice. Yep. So yes, you want all that weight on that first one here. This one's like a little. That's nice. Oh, excellent.
Ah, yeah. Well, I don't wanna. All right.
There you go. So front, back front, and then you bring it down.
All right. I'm already, like my shoulders are already on fire. But that's all right. That feels good. Okay.
So your shoes untied.
That's bad luck. All right.
So if you want to stay with the empty barbell, you could do that, or you could ask.
I think I can handle some weights.
Okay. So I have a whole variety of
All right.
stuff over here.
I think I can handle some weight, y'all. I think I can handle some weight. What's going on, Jen? How's it going, y'all?
So,
All right.
so I've got some 10s. These 15s are a little bit funny, so just don't drop them on the ground because they're
Yeah, let's do
messy. So okay.
All these 10s. All right.
So I got these little 10s. Kind of weird.
I'll go right out some 10s. I can zip a million.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the flimsy 15s just for the size of them.
Those are some odd looking,
Yeah.
some odd looking 10s.
I'm just doing.
Man, y'all, if I had a gym I'm not a Gucci person, this would be enough for me.
Yes, it'd be better if there was music up here. But
Ah,
I found out a little too late that those speakers
we'll blame it on the kids.
are MIA. Yep.
We'll blame it on the children.
That's all right.
Guys, I just wanted to let you know that if you've got sore muscles, sore joints, whether it's from tendonitis, maybe you've got arthritis, maybe you're just someone who's super active and our joints tend to get a little sore. A really good product is called MediStick. MediStick is the only over-the-counter topical analgesic that is actually FDA and Health Canada approved and treats inflammation, okay? Not masking like BioFreeze, but actually treats inflammation. So if you want to save, Bullet.com, go check it out. Okay, that was for you guys too. All right.
Okay. So, yes. This is
Oh, and I also have to remember that. So I'm switch grip.
Yes.
Yes.
I saw you grab
So,
Yep. So that's
so
the
that's
tricky
gonna
parts
be
of
interesting.
that's the tricky parts of doing the complexes too.
Yeah, is that you're okay.
Yeah.
So 4
That's
deadlifts.
CrossFit,
I know, right? Oh man, that's okay.
Yep.
So 4
So,
deadlifts, 3 power cleans.
Yep.
Hang 2 front squats, hang power cleans, 1 push press, 1 split.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
4, so then we can just keep it up here.
Okay.
So you did 5.
Oh, that's good.
And then we can do 1. How did you say 3? Yep. And oh, wait, we're gonna do 4.
4.
So,
Okay.
look at it. 1. And I guess we're gonna feel a little bit together. We do 1 push press, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
1, so push, and then bring it back down, and then jerk. Nice front hook.
Front foot. Okay. Almost.
Oh,
I almost got it. That was. It's like a lot of thinking, but not really.
yeah.
So, gotta remember that. Okay.
I gotta learn this behind me.
And so, do you like when you're training? Are you taking a rest between? How do you decide that? Because I know, like in just powerlifting, where our goal is very different. Our goal is lifting for strength. We're doing short rep counts. Most instances, right? And we're doing straight sets of things. So if I'm going to deadlift and I'm doing 3 reps, I might rest 2 to 3 minutes between sets.
Yeah.
So what would your rest periods look like?
In this situation, we're doing the complex, so it's a strength-based
Okay.
piece. So, but then in the workouts, we gear it towards functional fitness. It's constantly varied. We're always changing it up. So sometimes it'll be a sprint workout, which might be like a 10-minute workout, but your heart rate is
Through the
jacked
roof,
up,
yeah,
like,
for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes, yep. There's longer workouts that are 20 minutes, 30 minutes in duration. So you need to learn to pace yourself appropriately.
Always in that kind of HIIT style of
Yes,
training.
the high intensity
Yeah.
interval. So even within the, a 10-minute workout might be like just raising the heart rate up. Obviously you can't stay in like 100% zone for 10 minutes. But there's always something that kind of like
Takes you down a little bit.
Yeah, so for example, like the 5, 10, 15, the push-ups, pull-ups, air squats here.
Yeah.
You know, the push-ups is gonna bring your heart rate
Exactly,
down. The pull-ups might
We'll bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, so there's
But
always,
air squats are kind of a good place where you can add some recovery because you can slow it down a little bit.
so yeah, there's always that interval training, which is the metabolic conditioning piece that
That y'all are famous for.
Yes.
Y'all are famous for. All right, so we're gonna hit another set of this, I guess.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna add a little bit of weight though, because this will be our last set, and then we can move on to something else.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put on just.
Guys, make sure that you are following Heidi Moody. Hey, what's going on, Heidi? Make sure that you're following Heidi Moody. I'm gonna drop her stuff in the comments here. We are just doing a CrossFit workout. This is the first time I'm really doing a CrossFit workout. I think, Alan, honestly, I'm sold already, to be completely honest. It wasn't gonna, I'm going over to the other side, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. I'm still a powerlifter, but this feels fun.
Yeah,
Like, so.
there's a challenge, and it's like a game, and it's a mental game, and you're really competing against yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're in a workout, like, we can all do this, whether it's a empty barbell or someone next to you is lifting, 200 pounds.
Yeah.
We're all working together. So. Okay, so let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4 deadlifts. 2, 4. And we can go
Deadlift here.
3. 2. Nice. Then what is it? 2. Oh, 2 front squats. Go. 2. And then 2. 1 push press. 1 push press. Down. 1. Whoops. Okay, well, that one. Oh, you did it! Oh, you did it. You did it.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I have to, not think about it.
Yeah.
because that's the thing, you know, kettlebell is very similar. I said this to you guys when I talk to you in my stories. I wonder how many of you guys are listening, actually. And I'm probably just talking to myself mostly, but I do see some people that I'm like, man, y'all are bored. You watched 37 clips from my stories from front to back. Like, I'll see some people that will watch that whole shit, and I'm like, wow.
Well, you have a lot to say. And you have
I'm thinking, you have a lot, this bitch has a lot to say. But I say it all the time that kettlebell is a lot like Olympic lifting, a lot like, which is what CrossFit incorporates is some Olympic lifting in, right? Your snatch, your
those are my favorite lifts. Is snatches and cleans.
That is definitely, I want to learn because I'm like snatching.
Nice.
Snatching.
You like muscled that up there.
I know.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So
the difference between going to a global gym and working just like biceps and the triceps, CrossFit is full body workout. So it all comes from your core and jumps out of your shoulders. Yes. So what you're missing is your the shoulder shrug and the pop. So you do that. So you're getting that pull. Oh yeah. So it's the pop of the hips and the shrug of the shoulders all at the same time. Of course, I really don't. But you get that core popping in there. I'll lie that right up there.
I will be practicing that now. I'm like, I have an empty bar here.
Snatches are my favorite. Hang snatches are fun because it's quick. Just go.
Nope. I don't even know what's happening there.
Yeah. Wow. See, when you get that pop and people fly backwards, they're like, oh, like, no, that's
recover. It also helps that I didn't get a little stoned on the way up, and I have, like, my throat is on fire, y'all. Okay, I'm a 420 advocate because I don't want to beat my kids. But I don't drink alcohol, so I always, so as someone who's sober, right?
Yes.
This is a question that I often have: is so I consider myself from alcohol. I have abstained for years. I'm an on and off again pot smoker. Yeah. I'll smoke for a little while, and this stint has been 3 years. But then, like, I stopped for 4 years, and I'm like not one of the but I like to smoke pot, and I always think, like, does that make me not sober in the eyes? Like, should make a fucking difference because I feel sober. But like, does that feel insulting to someone who is sober for me to be like, I'm sober, but then I'm like,
yeah, it is
smoking a joint
because marijuana is legal.
It has medicinal properties.
So is Ativan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So is I don't know.
Zoloft.
Yeah. So
like they're mood altering. So it's a tricky place. I mean,
I know it's
it depends on who you talk to.
I always wonder that. I'm just like, I'm sober, and then I'm like, so I'm gonna hit this joint. And I went, fuck you, you're not sober, and I'm like,
well, so this is a personal example. When I first became sober, I started using. I'll back up a little bit. So when I had my children, I'm 12 years sober. My kids are 15 and 17. I was sober throughout my pregnancy, and I would use non-alcoholic beverages that would get me through. And so in between, there's 17 months between the two of my kids. So
oh, almost the same. Mine's 20.
Yeah. So we were pregnant for like a long time.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I was pregnant for like a fucking decade.
So I became sober and I was drinking non-alcoholic beverages, and someone came up to me and said, you know what, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, why not? It's keeping me sober. And they said, well, eventually you're gonna realize that I said it, that it would set the illusion. It sets the illusion for me.
Okay.
And they said, which I didn't understand at that time, is that you're not gonna want that illusion after a while.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I often see life, I think I totally see a future marijuana free. Like completely
As they're
clean.
popping up on every street corner. Like,
Yeah. And I do see that in my, I see that in my, I do. In my life. Something I struggle with internally, because I'm just like, but I like marijuana, you know, I want to smoke pot. It makes me, it chills me out, it slows my brain down.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on any type of medication, but then I think like, Lauren, how about learn good coping mechanisms? Fucking crazy, right?
Amazing, yeah. So that's what working out
Does
for me.
absolutely.
So I was
stopped smoking when I was in the gym.
Yeah.
Being home allows me to, you know.
Yeah, so I like to run a lot.
I don't run unless I'm being chased.
Yeah.
So.
And I was running still while I was actively drinking. So in my mind, I would go out for a run hungover and think, well, you asshole, you just drank all that beer last night. You can, run and make this hurt because you hurt from that. So it was like this big head game that was going on. But then I just needed to stop. Life was not good. And I needed to change. And then I realized that I started feeling better, and then I get into exercise. Yeah. And then I actually had a reason to feel better.
Exactly.
And
this is a better high.
Yes.
Like
endorphins start
that's one thing. And that's one thing that I feel like I am missing in my training right now, because while I am working out at home and I need that for like my life now, I know 100% that there are a lot of things that are kind of falling to the wayside about me that is very much attached to being in a gym setting, being around other people who are like that.
And the strength in numbers and the power of groups
for sure.
really is a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
A good example is that I started running. I like to run alone. I like to just get in my thoughts and run, like I said, so I can run forever. And but I started not enjoying it, and then my times were getting slower, and it just wasn't there. Yeah, and so I reached out to some friends. This is just a month ago. Reached out to some friends. We stayed together, and I started to feel better about it. And I'm not slow. I was just being lazy. Yeah. I was just lazy. Yeah, you just needed a little competition. Yeah. And I'm feeling better about myself. So things like ebb and flow, and it depends on what's going on in your life. So. I'm
feeling like I'm heading into a flow state. So maybe you're a part of that. I was like, I need to I don't know if Heidi needs any friends, but
I have this awesome
I'm just saying, if you are down for like a slightly weird friend, that will make it feel like we're in high school again. Like that, that's a little, but sometimes you're just like, stop talking. Don't say anymore. I'm that friend, that you have to warn your other friends about before we meet. If you don't have one of those friends, then I'm on the market. So I'm just saying. This is like when I feel like I'm dating someone. I'm just like, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do for us to be friends?
I'll beat on you. You can take
that sounds amazing. I feel like a barber coming up, so I'm down for that. Pull up, so let's move this bar. It's my favorite color too.
Do you want to talk about massage? You can just put it over here.
So, I'm always talking about, it's like, do you want to talk about, I'm always talking about massage.
Oh, there you go, that works.
That looks good. It'll work. So part of like this is part of a podcast that I do. It's called Massage After Hours. What's going on? Massage After Hours is a live stream that I'm trying, and I'm kind of just building content everywhere. So this is, so I figured I'll tell you guys, I'll let you guys in on why I'm showing up here, and maybe you might see this and take a gander at it. But I'm trying to find myself back into, I guess, where my place is in fitness and how I share that with people. And I want to grow in that. And I want that to grow with my massage practice. I'm trying to incorporate these things. I enjoy educating people as I'm educating myself. I'm in no way an expert in anything, but I know a lot about stuff. Yeah, lots of stuff. And I will never talk about shit that I don't know. You guys know that. And I will always look for information. And I will always bring in people that know more than me. I've been a trainer for a long time, but I would look to Heidi for mentorship, like hands down, as someone who's trained people, because I haven't done it in a long time, and I'm not in that realm anymore. And a lot of, I think there's just a respect, right? So I'm trying to build a platform, introduce people in my community to other people in, the world, I guess, in my little world, exactly, that are trying to get healthy just like us in different ways. I want to share massage, I want to share fitness. I want to share honest conversation and questions. And so if even after this, you guys have to remember that there's a screen over here. We're learning, y'all. We're learning. Even in all of this, we're just trying to share and grow and provide like good info out there, because there's a lot of bullshit information out there. I'm also 41 years old, and I don't relate to a 22-year-old fucking girl. I just don't. And not that I want to see a bunch of geriatric shit either, because I'm not old, but I do want to.
It's different because it takes longer to warm up.
Yeah.
And it takes longer for the hips. I have
Exactly.
hips. I had big babies.
Exactly. We've had babies.
Yes.
Our bodies are different. That changes things.
Yep.
I think a conversation that doesn't get had either.
No.
Yeah.
And I think sleep. I used to be able to function on very little sleep, but
Oh my God.
it's catching up with me now. I can't think clearly if I don't get enough sleep.
So basically, this is going to be a channel of some middle-aged women who are trying to stay fit and share that with the world. Whether you listen to this or not is, up to you. We're growing a little platform. Maybe this will turn into something, maybe it fucking won't. But we're just going to share info because that's what we like to do. And I think we're going to finish off with 5 push-ups?
Yeah.
10 pull-ups?
Yes. So this is an example of a benchmark called Cindy.
Okay.
So.
And they're all named after?
They're all named after girls, and the reason why is because Greg Glassman is the founder of CrossFit.
Okay.
And he said that any girl that leaves you breathless and on your back just names.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was like, I know it's inappropriate, but that's fine.
It's inappropriate, but that's good. So so if you just wanted to do 5 rounds, we can even share.
Okay.
We can do this, so we don't have to move the stuff over
Yeah.
that, right? And I can give a little, let's see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pivot us, guys. Pivot. Hold on, y'all. We're going forward.
So that's that bar over there.
Okay.
Set up to me. So this one is a little higher, so it might be even more. Oh, there it is.
I could work from here. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing, so we're doing 5 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, 15 air squats for 5 rounds. Let's see how this goes, y'all.
So if you want to be official in true CrossFit fashion,
Okay.
and you know what? I could even set my phone for a little music.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so far. Okay.
So in CrossFit, we all work together. Some workouts have a task that you need to accomplish,
Okay.
and you need to do it as quickly as possible in the amount of time. Some things are timed, so
Okay.
10 minutes, as many reps as possible as you can get.
Okay.
So for this one, we'll do the 5 rounds, and see how long it takes you. And I just want to throw out there that push-ups are my nemesis, not my nemesis, they're my kryptonite.
Okay, I do like push-ups and pull-ups.
Yeah.
But I haven't done pull-ups in a really long time. So we're gonna get out of this.
Yeah, here's a chalk bucket. I'm a chalk monster.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be no bitch and put no fucking bouncy thing on there. I'm gonna do this shit real. And I'm gonna get these 10
Alright,
pull-ups
let's see
out.
what I have in music too.
Even if they're broken.
Do random music.
We're doing random music, y'all.
Let's see, I got Counting Crows coming. Don't judge me for my music. Alright, that's what's on there.
Oh, that's fine. Counting Crows, I can do that.
Yes, so 5 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, 15 air squats. I am probably gonna have to drop to my knees on those push-ups. Is that too loud? No. Okay, hold on, wait.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna count up.
I'm competitive. I'm ready.
Okay, well, it's not gonna take us 18 minutes because that would be ridiculous. Okay, so then it's gonna be a countdown,
Okay.
and then we all start together. Well, you and I start together. Okay. So
All right, it's counting down, y'all. Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 10.
5.
Oh.
This is a little slow. And I just realized I'm doing it backwards too, but that's okay. This will be
Holy shit, that's 5. I don't know if I'm getting 5 more, y'all. Let's see.
You can do it right too and come on down. Ooh. There you go.
Oh, shit. That was fucking ridiculous. Okay, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now moving on. Music. Something else.
15. I don't know, y'all. What's going on, massage? I don't know.
And it's actually 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups. I got that messed up, but we'll just go with it because it's CrossFit.
Shit.
It's CrossFit and it's constantly varying. So
She's like, remember that time you put your elbow in my forearm?
And I'm dropping down tonight. Knees already, so don't judge me.
Woo.
Now split right up into 2 5.
This is my first attempt at I guess muscle up or kipping. I think that was 5. Oh my gut is hanging out. You can't even try to fix your pants with this. 5 rounds, no way. All right. I think she said she got to leave it. So.
Like we did. Alright, I'm gonna guess that was 15.
I'm
3
cheating.
rounds. We're doing
I'm
3.
cheating.
Not to a 3. Okay.
15. Woo! Dave. Davey boy. I just would like to say that my ego is slightly bruised.
We gotta check that ego at the door.
Holy shit. Ah. All right, no fucking around.
Yeah.
Six more.
Come on, stretch. There you go. Oh, okay.
3 more, y'all. Woo. Good.
There you go.
That's it.
Come on.
Oh,
And then you're fast. And then
Woo.
you're fast. How do you want to be? Fast.
fun. Oh my God. That was intense.
Yeah.
Woo. I haven't done core in a long. All I have is like a fucking janky doorway one. And I'm like, I'm not 15,
No.
so these are terrible. So,
Let's see, that was 5 minutes of a workout.
yeah, that is a lot. That's good. That was good. I mean, I'm a little,
Yeah.
you know,
So there's once a year.
I'm proud of myself for
Yeah.
being able to get through that much. I didn't die, so that was
And I
good.
did as we started that, it's 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15
So she fucked with us.
But that's okay.
But yeah.
I'm going to say CrossFit.
We adapt, right?
So I just, mix it around a little bit.
That was a lot of fun, and I could see myself doing this. A lot, actually. Yeah, I think that this was a lot of fun. I'm so jealous of your setup here. This is like this is a good, I told you guys have seen my setup. My gym setup is like a bootleg bench with a lat pull down attachment. I have bars, I have dumbbells, I have kettlebells, I have, almost 300 pounds worth of weight up there. So I mean, we can do plenty. We can work out it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you don't need a gym setup. This is great. I mean, she got a setup, you guys this where it is, but this is a great little setup that she's got here. And this is, not everybody has this, but not everyone needs this. You can get a workout in anywhere. It doesn't need to take 30 minutes. It can take 15, and you can get a really, really good workout in. I mean, we did 3 rounds of this, so had we done 2 more, that would have probably brought us to about 7, 8, maybe 8, 9 minutes. You incorporate a small circuit. I mean, you could get a really good, no equipment used workout in 15 minutes. Like, move, you just gotta move.
Yeah.
I think people feel like they need to be in a gym, they need to be in you've gotta have the best equipment. You don't.
So you put me in a Globo gym or Planet Fitness with all those machines.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to do.
No, I don't wanna be on them.
woods.
Yeah.
With trees and.
Oh, I'll find a ton of, yeah.
So I'll make something.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. I don't, if I were to go back into a gym setting, it would be, I prefer a strength gym setting. I don't like a lot of machines. That's not what I want. I want to move the way, I want to gain strength in the way that I would actually do it in my real life.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying things, lifting things, moving in all planes of motion.
And that's what I tell people too, a squat, like we were doing those
Yeah.
squats, we all sit on a toilet.
Exactly.
If you can't sit on a toilet, then take care of you, right?
Exactly.
So if I definitely drop something on the ground, how many people go and pick something
Exactly,
up?
like
Like
this.
that.
Exactly. Bending over, bad posture, and then you get up the table. And I want you to be on my table doing stupid shit. I want you to be on my table because you just need some help living better, moving better in your life. And so,
my shoulder got a little locked up. And
Heidi's one of my clients. We've been working together for a couple of months now, and
also tremendously already.
And it's great. But it's awesome to see, like, I always tell people, like, my two favorite areas are shoulders and hips. And it's because they're so super complicated. And we use them the most, right? We ask the most out of our hips and our shoulders and our arms, right? This entire area here, we ask so much of them, and we neglect them the most. So, you know, I love the back shoulders, man. Come out with me. I will help you with your shoulders and your hips. If you're in the Charlton, Massachusetts area, and you're looking for, I hate to say, oh, I'm not trying to blow myself up, but if you're looking for a massage therapist, that anyone, you know, my reviews speak for themselves. You know, I'm gonna take care of you.
If you're looking for someone that's very soft and gentle.
Not gonna be me. No, that is definitely not.
Put you back into place and get you working the proper way then.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm always learning, and I'm always looking for ways to help you. I'm never gonna be. You'll never have the same massage twice.
Wow.
You know. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I know you will. You will always be like, "What are you? Why are you doing that?" And I'm gonna tell you what it is and why I'm doing it. And I'm going to explain it to you in a way that you can understand. I definitely don't want to complicate things. I want for you to understand your body. It's important. And massage is for anybody, not just adults. Massage is really good for kids. If you have young athletes and they're playing multiple sports a year, their bodies aren't getting the opportunity to recover properly. They're demanding a lot. We're seeing a higher rate of kids with like ACL, PCL, like just knee injuries and surgeries before they even get out of high school, and these things can be prevented with stuff like proper mobility work, proper rehab, talking to your PT, making sure that the coaches at your school have like an actual background in like recovery and some type of strength and conditioning, because that's one thing that I do feel is that there's not really enough of that in the high school level. And these kids are using their bodies way too much. I have athletes that come and see me that are under the age of 14, and they're with me for 30 minutes, and it's all closed, you know, but we're working on joint mobility. We're teaching them to understand their bodies and how they feel in movement. And then that also allows them to advocate for themselves in the field, whatever it is that they're doing, to be, oh, no, you know what? I actually can't keep going because there's something wrong. Or no, I need this type of help, you know, in the field because I've got weak, you know, glutes or whatever it is. You know, the massage can help you as an adult, but also as a kid, help you to understand how your body works. You know, it's like a car. It's like any other machine with lots of moving parts. So thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all have a great weekend. This will be in the feed, and this one on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. There was a little bit of a hiccup in our service, but we're still going here, and we just want to thank you for joining us for our live stream, and we'll be back soon. Peace out, guys. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Bye, guys. Goodbye. All right. Let's shut it down and end.